So compound angle theories, for the VCE, the proof is not needed. The first relation would be sine of A plus B. So A and B are angles. So if you have sine A plus B, how do you simplify that? That would be sine A cos B plus sine B cos A. So now you can see the angles are alternatively changing. Sine A cos B, when you have sine A, in the next term you will have sine B. Okay. When you have cos B here, so in the other term you have cos A. Okay. Now, second one, sine A minus B. So how this works? Now you know B is replaced by minus B, right? From the first equation, the B is replaced by minus B. So let's do it. So sine A cos minus B plus sine minus B and cos A. Now we know that odd even functions in trigonometry. So sine minus A is minus sine A. This is odd function. Sine is odd function. Cos minus A is cos A. Cos is an even function. That's why. What is odd even functions? How do you define odd even functions? So if fx is equal to, okay, so now here if fx is considered, okay, let's do it in that way. If fx is considered, and then when you get minus x, f minus x, if the output is minus fx, those kind of functions are called odd functions. Examples: suppose fx is equal to x to the power 3. F minus x, what is f minus x? F minus x is minus x to the power 3. So that would be minus x to the power 3, and that would be minus fx. So this is a odd function. So this is covered in math method. Now if f minus x is fx, then this is the condition for even function. Even function. For example, fx is equal to x squared. So if you introduce minus x, f minus x, then this would be minus x squared, so x squared, which is fx. So that condition holds true, so that we can say this is an even function. So now you know what is odd function and even function. So what we had before, sine A minus B. So what we had, sine A cos minus B plus sine B minus cos A. So now you know this is a even function. So cos minus B becomes cos B. You know this is a odd function. So it is going to be minus sine B. So you can rewrite this sine A cos B minus sine B cos A, and that would be sine A minus B, and that is your second equation. So now the third one would be cosine of A plus B. So cos A plus B is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So that is your third equation. The proof is not needed here. in VCE context, but we have to understand the equation. Now when it comes to cosine A minus B, this would be cosine A cosine minus B minus sine A sine minus B. So if you have sine minus B, this is going to be minus sine B because it's a odd function. This is an even function, it's going to be cos B. So you can say cos A cos B plus, because minus minus becomes plus now, so sine A sine B, and then this is going to be our fourth equation, right? So in summary, these are the four equations. First one, sine A plus B, that would be sine A cos B plus sine B cos A. Second one, sine A minus B, that would be sine A cos B minus sine B cos A. Third one, cos A plus B, that is going to be cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. Last one, cos A minus B, this is going to be cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. Okay, so tan 1, it's better to do that. So tan A plus B. Tan A plus B. What is tan A plus B? Tan A plus B is tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. So that is tan A plus B. So tan A minus B, you can just sub in this minus B value. So that would be tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A tan B. Okay, so if you combine these two, so now we have to be careful. A tan A plus minus B, then if you get plus first, right, tan A here, so tan B, we will fill the blank later. 1 tan A tan B, right? So now if you consider plus first, this is going to be plus, this is going to be minus. Then you are going to consider minus, so then this is going to be minus, this is going to be plus. Okay, now first we will consider first two equations. Okay, equation number 1 and equation number 2. So equation number 1 and 2 would be sine A plus B is equal to sine A cos B plus sine B cos A. Now sine A minus B, this would be sine A cos B minus sine B cos A. Okay, so this is going to be your first equation, this is going to be your second equation. Now what we are going to do is we are going to add 1 and 2. When you add, you get sine A plus B plus sine A minus B is equal to sine A cos B, the whole thing, times by half. So for example, if you have sine 4x plus sine 2x, so you have to simplify it. So you break this problem like this: sine 3x plus x plus sine 3x minus x. So if you break the problem like that, then you can cross multiply these two. You can write that 2 sine, so this is going to be a now, this is going to be b now, this is going to be a now, this is going to be b now. So it's going to be sine a, right? Sine 3x and cosine x. So now we will minus 1 and 2. 1 minus 2. When you do that, what do you have? Then you have sine a plus b minus sine a minus b is equal to 2 times sine b cos a. Right. So this is another derived equation. So now we will derive equations from equation 3 and 4. So equation 3 would be cosine a plus b is equal to cosine a cosine b minus sine a sine b. This is our equation number 3. Then equation number 4 would be cosine a minus b, and that would be cosine a cosine b plus sine a sine b. This is our equation number 4. So now what if you add 3 and 4? When you add 3 and 4, what you get? Cosine a plus b plus cosine a minus b is equal to 2 times cos a cos b. So that is our next derived equation. Now if you minus, so 4 minus 3 now. So why 4 minus 3? Because in equation 3 you have a minus, so I want to have a positive number. So cosine a minus b minus cosine a plus b is equal to 2 times sine a sine b. So this is our next derived equation. So now we have to prove the left hand side is equal to right hand side. So we'll take left hand side. So if you take left hand side, now you have to find out what these things are before you go and sub in the values. So this is going to be a plus b. This is going to be a minus b. So a plus b is equal to 6 theta. A minus b is going to be 4 theta. So from here you get, when you add these two, you get 2a, right? So 2a is equal to 10 theta. So a would be 5 theta. So if a is 5 theta, b is theta, right? So now what I can do, we write this in this way. So cosine a plus b minus cosine a minus b, where a, b values are 5 theta and theta, divide by, this is going to be sine a plus b plus sine a minus b. So if you have that, the equations tells you, especially this equation, the equation you can see on the board, cos a minus b minus a plus b. Okay, so then what you will have here is okay, so this one would be minus 2 sine a sine b. The denominator would be 2 sine a cos b. That I have proved already. This one I have proved before. So this is nothing but this over here. Why this minus sign came? It's because you can see the equation over here. Right. So here you have cos a minus b minus. Here you have cos a plus b. So if I take the minus out from the numerator here, you get this equation. So that's why I took minus out. Now you can cancel these two off. Sin A gone. So the answer would be minus tan B. Okay. So B is theta. So we proved it. That would be minus tan theta. So that's all about that.